Sahih Bukhari, Volume 1, The Book of Knowledge, Hadith number 71. Narrated Muawiyah, in a khutbah religious talk, I heard Allah's Messenger saying, if Allah wants to do good to a person, He makes him comprehend the religion, the understanding of the Quran and Sunnah, legal ways of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. I'm just a distributor, but the grant is from Allah. And remember that this nation, true Muslims, real followers of Islamic monotheism, will remain obedient to Allah's orders. That is, following strictly Allah's book, the Quran, and the Prophet's Sunnah, legal ways, and they will not be harmed by anyone who will oppose them, going on a different path, till Allah's order, Day of Judgment, is established. Hadith number 72. Narrated Ibn Umar. We were with the Prophet, and a spadix of date palm tree was brought to him. On that he said, amongst the trees, there is a tree which resembles a Muslim. I wanted to say that it was the date palm tree, but as I was the youngest of all of them, I kept quiet. And then the Prophet said, it is the date palm tree. Hadith number 73. Narrated Abdullah bin Masud. The Prophet said, do not wish to be like anyone except in two cases. The first is a person whom Allah has given wealth and he spends it righteously according to what Allah has ordered, in a just and right way. The second is the one whom Allah has given al-hikmat, wisdom, that is, the knowledge of the Quran and the Sunnah, legal ways of the Prophet, and he acts according to it and teaches it to others. Hadith number 74. Narrated Ibn Abbas, that he differed with Hur bin Qais bin Hizn al-Fazari regarding the companion of the Prophet Moses. Ibn Abbas said that he was Khizr. Meanwhile, Ubay bin Ka'b passed by them, and Ibn Abbas called him, saying, my friend Hur, and I have differed regarding Moses' companion, whom he asked the way to meet. Have you heard the Prophet mentioning something about him? He said, yes, I heard Allah's Messenger saying, while Moses was sitting in the company of some Israelites, a man came and asked him, do you know anyone who is more learned than you? Moses replied, no. So Allah sent the divine revelation to Moses. Yes, our slave Khizr is more learned than you. Moses asked Allah how to meet him, Khizr. So Allah made the fish as a sign for him, and he was told that when the fish was lost, he should return to the place where he had lost it, and there he would meet him, al-Khizr. So Moses went on looking for the sign of the fish in the sea. The boy servant of Moses said to him, do you remember when we betook ourselves to the rock? I indeed forgot the fish. None but Shaitan made me forget to remember it. On that Moses said, that is what we have been seeking. So they went back, retracing their footsteps, and found Khizr. And what happened further to them is narrated by Allah in His book, the Quran. Chapter number 18, verse number 54 to 82. Hadith number 75. Narrated Ibn Abbas. Once the Prophet embraced me and said, O Allah, bestow on him the knowledge of the book, the Quran. Hadith number 76. Narrated Ibn Abbas. Once I came riding a she-ass and had just attained the age of puberty. Allah's Messenger was offering prayer at Mina. There was no wall in front of him, and I passed in front of some of the rows while they were offering their prayers. There I let the she-ass loose to graze and entered the row, and nobody objected to it. Hadith number 77. Narrated Mahmud bin Rabi. When I was a boy of 5, I remember the Prophet, peace be upon him, took water from a bucket used for getting water out of a well with his mouth and threw it on my face. Hadith number 78. Narrated Ibn Abbas that he differed with Hur bin Qais bin Hizn al-Fazari regarding the companion of Prophet Moses. Meanwhile, Ubay bin Ka'b passed by them, and Ibn Abbas called him, saying, "My friend Hur, and I have differed regarding Moses' companion, whom he asked the way to meet. Have you heard Allah's Messenger mentioning something about him?" Ubay bin Ka'b said, "Yes, I heard the Prophet mentioning something about him, saying, while Moses was sitting in the company of some Israelites, a man came and asked him, 'Do you know anyone who is more learned than you?' Moses replied, 'No.' So Allah sent the divine revelation to Moses, 'Yes, our slave Khizr is more learned than you.' Moses asked Allah how to meet him, Al-Khidr. So Allah made the fish a sign for him, and he was told when the fish was lost, he should return to the place where he had lost it, and there he would meet him, Al-Khidr. So Moses went on looking for the sign of the fish in the sea. The boy servant of Moses said, 'Do you remember when we betook ourselves to the rock? I indeed forgot the fish. None but Shaitan made me forget to remember it.' On that Moses said, 'That is what we have been seeking.' So they went back, retracing their footsteps, and found Khizr. And what happened further about him is narrated by Allah in His book, the Quran, chapter number 18, verse number 54 till 82. Hadith number 79. Narrated Abu Musa. The Prophet said, "The example of guidance and knowledge with which Allah has sent me is like abundant rain falling on the earth, some of which was fertile soil that absorbed rainwater and brought forth vegetation and grass in abundance, and another portion of it was hard and held the rainwater, and Allah benefited the people with it, and they utilized it for drinking, making their animals drink from it, and to irrigate the land for cultivation. And a portion of it was barren, which could neither hold the water nor bring forth vegetation. Then that land gave no benefits. The first is the example of the person who comprehends Allah's religion, Islam, and gets benefits from the knowledge which Allah has revealed through me, the Prophet, peace be upon him, and learns and then teaches it to others. The last example is that of a person who does not care for it and does not take Allah's guidance revealed through me. He is like that barren land." And Rabi'a said, "It is not wise for a person who has been gifted with a part of the religious knowledge to ruin himself by abstaining from teaching it to others." Hadith number 80. Narrated Anas. Allah's Messenger said, "From among the portents of the hour are the following. Number 1. Religious knowledge will be taken away by the death of religious learned men. Number 2. Ignorance of religion will prevail. Number 3. Drinking of alcoholic drinks will be very common. Number 4. There will be a prevalence of open, illegal sexual intercourse.